I think that's an easy one for me. I have to say Memphis Jukin because I'm a big part of the culture. I've grown up in it since I was young, and it's one of those dance styles that's just magic when you see it, and it never gets old. You know, it never gets old. Watching guys glide across the floor like that, man, and just innovate. How the new jukas right now in the game, the Drams and the D Oceans, and how these in Future and how these guys just switch up the game and just innovate so much with the dance style is just amazing to watch, and I'm always inspired every time I see it. I mean, for me, I started dancing because I just love it, man. I just love to move. Ever since I was a kid, me and my sister used to always dance to like Michael Jackson's music, or we used to get a hold of his tour DVD, not DVDs, tapes, of course, the VHS. It was before a lot of y'all young kids' time, but we used to get a hold of these VHS tapes, man, and watch them and just try to learn the choreography just from watching the videos over and over and over again. And I was just obsessed with dance through that. It wasn't until my family moved to Memphis because my mom was, I was born in Chicago, but then my mom moved to Memphis when I was like 8 years old. And it wasn't until I was there when I saw Memphis Jukin, and then I got inspired to, that's when I knew that this was something I wanted to do. I was like, nah, this is it. I want to make this a career. I want to do this for a living, and I love it. And, you always want to do something you're happy with for a living, and I'm glad I found Memphis Jukin. I'm glad I mean, if I could have one, I'd say it'd be more talent. And I'm glad you didn't throw money in there because, with the more talented you are and the harder you work in your field, man, the the closer you get to being an expert at it. And once you get that close, then you can start actually doing things with it, putting your art out in different ways. So for me, I'd rather have more talent because it makes room for the fame to come, for the money to come, and all these other different things follow after. So there's no point being famous without any talent, not to me, at least. So I choose talent over fame. Well, I think that different dances like juking, turfing, flexing, and popping are, um, I think they're just as important, if not even more, than a lot of the trend dances that are out right now. Not to take anything away from the trend dances, I love them, like all the nays and the hit them folks and all these dances that are really fun house party vibes. They're really important to the culture too because a lot of our culture was built on that as well. That fun, bringing out that fun from having nothing. But like these dances that are indigenous and have a lot of rich culture behind it. And when I mean rich, I mean decades and decades of knowledge has been put into these dances to make them form like they have and make them blossom like they have, and they're still blossoming. And the levels to these dances, man, there's so many levels you can take with it, and I feel like these different dances are fine art. What makes my expression unique is I think it's just the way I go about and think about dance, music, and acting and expression. The way I express myself through movement and through dance is pretty unique. I put a lot of time and thought and effort in trying to capture the emotional attachment to the music and that feeling. What am I feeling? I'm really putting myself there in that position. For example, when I listen to music, I'm trying to, and I'm really vividly trying to imagine whoever's singing the songs of the lyrics or rapping the songs of the lyrics. I'm imagining how they rap them or what they went through to actually be able to spit those lyrics. And I put myself there as vividly as I can. And once I can see that environment and feel that environment, then I evoke it through my movement. So I think that's one thing I have that's unique about me in that way. It's through the company that me and my friend John Book started called M.A.I, which is an acronym for Movement Art Is. We're basically using dance as a tool to be able to bring awareness to a lot of social issues that are happening. Yo, what's up? This is Lil Buck, and I just want to say shout out to DDC, man, the digital dance culture, bringing so much needed awareness to all of these different dance cultures in the world, man, the hottest different dance cultures right now and the ones you don't know about.